In this video, we'll learn about the power of a growth mindset. A growth mindset allows people to view themselves as capable of doing well in most, if not all, settings. They definitely don't consider themselves as restricted by their current abilities, but believe that they can do whatever they want as long as they practice. Consider the example of being given a new project, something that you haven't worked on before. Now your response could go either way. You could look at this new challenge and think that you're not qualified to do this work, or that such numbers, texts, or designs weren't your cup of tea. This would obviously reflect a fixed mindset, and you'd miss out on everything mentioned in the previous video. However, you could also look at the same and start planning how you could make it work. You could deliberate what you'd need to bring to the table and what it would take to get the desired results. This optimism and creativity indicates a growth mindset, which will also empower you to gain the following: improvement through effort. A growth mindset allows people to believe that their basic abilities can develop through hard work and dedication. For this lot, brains and talents are merely the starting points and allows them to build on these. This group of people exhibits an eagerness for learning and resilience, which is a must for accomplishment. People with a growth mindset view their qualities as traits which can be developed through their commitment and effort. Being of a growth mindset, you're willing to try out new things because you know your success depends on your effort and not any innate ability. You're not focused on avoiding failure because you believe that if you do poorly, you can improve and succeed in time. Plus, research also indicates that growth mindset allows people to navigate stress and challenges better and lead to higher levels of well-being. Offers a sense of fulfillment. Unlike the fixed mindset, one of the most obvious benefits of the growth mindset are the endless opportunities to be availed. With a growth mindset, you continually pursue betterment followed by a sense of achievement and fulfillment. A sense of achievement is also a precursor to a higher standard of excellence. In the process, you learn that success is a continuous work in progress rather than instant gratification. Develops resilience. A growth mindset also lets you develop resilience. When you face challenges or setback, your mindset takes a more positive approach handling these. For instance, when you're given feedback, you know that it's an effective learning strategy that will help you set appropriate goals and standards for the future. Buffers against demotivation. People with a growth mindset seek out opportunities and challenges to engage them rather than get their satisfaction from results. This means being motivated to do more and more. Being more process-oriented rather than purely result-oriented, these people thrive when they are in the process of doing something. The process presents a learning opportunity, stimulates them, and drives them on to do even more. Encourages perseverance. A growth mindset also demands perseverance. The focus of a growth mindset is not to concentrate on what happens to you, but on what happens for you. Perseverance also means kicking fear of failure out the door. This amounts to taking chances when opportunity presents them and not limit yourself to living an overly cautious or paranoid life. Tenacity is an essential ingredient for a growth mindset, and since you can't always have a 100% success rate with every challenge you tackle, tenacity will help reflect on your failures in the right manner. Failure to find a solution usually opens up an opportunity for you to work on your skills and learn something new. When most people hit a wall, they either make an excuse or simply give up. However, a person with a growth mindset realizes that failure is an inevitable component of achieving success. As such, they prepare for failure mentally, knowing that it will come at some time or the other. The thought neither scares them nor makes them give up. Plus, allowing yourself to fail a little takes the pressure off of getting a perfect result every time. Promotes critical thinking. When you talk about learning, making mistakes is a must because it forces you to identify where you made a mistake. This effort also helps you not only pinpoint a solution, but also develop critical thinking. Let's assume you don't get a somewhat tricky lesson in class. Should you switch off your brain because you feel you can't figure it out? You're not going to gain anything. However, if you acknowledge the same by working on the problem, asking questions, and evaluating critically, you have a better chance of finding an answer. At the same time, the effort that you put in will help your brain create new neural connections and become better equipped at solving similar problems. Practice makes perfect. Not to overuse an age-old cliche, but for a growth mindset, practice does indeed make perfect, or more accurately, a lot better at what you practice. Since the growth mindset is triggered more by a dedication for learning as opposed to a yearning for approval, practice and effort promote qualities like creativity and intelligence. Individuals with this mindset neither get discouraged by failure, nor do they consider themselves as failing but as learning. In fact, practicing repeatedly does have a significant role in the learning process and is necessary to achieving expertise. One thing that most experts agree on is that training improves performance and changes the brain. To summarize, a growth mindset sees the following situations as skills. The growth mindset believes that skills are something that you can constantly change, improve, and develop. Skills come from hard work, so you can't stop working. Challenges. The growth mindset is eager to embrace challenges and views them as an opportunity to grow. The chance to engage in a challenge makes the growth mind more persistent. Effort. Effort is essential for a growth mindset and may even override talent. When the growth mindset sees effort as the path to success, it realizes the necessity for lifelong learning. Feedback. The growth mindset views feedback as something constructive and an experience to learn from. It is an effective means to identify areas that need improvement. Setbacks. Instead of putting a damper on things, setbacks are seen as ways to improve on current talents and efforts.